Brad, Bill Doyle, Worcester Telegram. You know if Marcus is playing tonight, and if he is, could you just talk about what you could expect from him?
So Marcus went through a little bit of work after our shoot-around, 2-on-2, 1-on-1 type stuff, per his doctor's orders, just to see how he felt. I have not heard how he's felt the rest of the day, but he felt great after shoot-around, assuming that continues. And he doesn't have any, any pain, any discomfort, any issues with the splint that he's wearing, then he'll play. Hasn't played in 6 weeks, so hard to say how much, but certainly will play, and we'll go from there. We've obviously asked all the questions about, the doctor feels great about full recovery, strong in there. He's gonna have a little splint on that thumb, and that thumb's gonna be, more protected than the other one. And so there'll be, no risk of further injury, just ready to roll.
And what kind of an emotional boost maybe he could give the team?
Well, I think that certainly can happen, and at the same time, I think then the game kicks in after a certain amount of time. So the most important thing is to focus on what you do best and get in there and do what you do best. Obviously we're better with Marcus Smart. That's not I don't think that's debatable.
Brad, I just wanted to clarify. So Marcus will come off the bench if he's good to go, or will?
Yeah.
And then you said no minutes restriction because of
I didn't say no minutes restriction. I don't know that if he has a minutes restriction, but he won't play 35 minutes tonight. So regardless, because he hasn't played in 6 weeks.
Hi, Brad. During that shoot-around session he had, did that include contact, or is he the greatest first contact?
No, it included contact.
Hey, Brad.
Hi, Paul.
With Jalen, you talked about him understanding the moment and being ready for the moment. Is that anything you have to have conversations with him about, or is that just something that he just gets and you just kind of leave him alone?
We talk so much about just kind of staying in the moment and trying to do your role well in that moment that then it becomes just another time at the office. And obviously, everything's heightened when you get into the playoffs and everything else, but I think if you get too focused on that, it becomes more of a distraction. And he's great about focusing on what he needs to do, and he's really committed to improving. That mindset has served him well early in his tenure here, and I think will continue to. Obviously really encouraged by how he played the other day. I mean, he kept us in the game when nothing else was going well, and made huge plays late and gave us a chance to win.
Coach started to push back to Marcus Smart, but when a player hasn't played in 6 weeks, how do you balance the amount of time you give him in a game? Usually you have some lead-up time, at least being able to see him in practice, but you haven't had that option just with full 5-on-5 play or anything like that. So how do you balance that?
Marcus is the only guy I can say this about. He's been here for 4 years, so I think I know him. So I think we'll just ride with what he's always done for us, and without question, you haven't played in 6 weeks. There will be some rusty moments, but that's all right. It's part of it.
Brad, Mark Narducci, the Philadelphia Inquirer. Could you tell us what Morris has meant to the team and some of his attributes that he's brought to this club?
Yeah, I think he was obviously. We were in a situation last summer with the trade where we traded Avery, and that was hard. Avery was a really good player here, but we had targeted Morris as a guy that if we had that situation come up and the cap came up like it did, that he was one of the guys that we would really want. We felt like he could play the 3, play the 4. He can make tough shots. He can get his own shot in isolation, which is hard. And he's tough. He's tough-minded, plays both ends of the court. He likes to compete. He likes to work. All the good stuff.
Hey, Brad.
just back when you first came up there.
Yeah.
Who else was on the team too? You was looking at?
We had a couple of our coaches out there, so it wasn't like a full-blown 2-on-2 and 1-on-1, but it was more of a just kind of a jog through, put a body on people, those types of things. So Barlow was the main guy, and I mean anybody in here could beat Barlow, so it's just a matter of you know, getting a little physical. Maybe not Scout.
Everybody else.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, folks.